I'll be chatting. Okay, I think we are live. So, hello everybody. My special guest to Topics today is Jessie Clare. Please introduce yourself, beautiful, and what you do.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jessie Clare. I am a personal trainer, but not only that, I am also a coach, a wellness coach, I'd like to say. It's a lot more than telling you what to do with your squats, but also how to just change up your life so that you're getting the optimal results from it, whether that be eating, whether that be moving your body, or whether that be sitting in silence and getting to know who you are on the inside. So that is, in a nutshell, what I do. And who I am is a lover of people and things, and it's what I do. Spread it.
I love that. And this is why it seems so good to get you on here to find out more about yourself. And through this random game called Topics, which I'm going to explain to people that don't know, it's a fun format. And basically this is how we play it. Each of us picks any topic, word, or person for the other. Example, you choose anything that comes to mind, topic, word, person, celeb, whoever, someone that's close to you. And then I have to search on it on my social media, on whatever platform, whether it's Insta, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, etc. And then search for that said word, topic, or person.
Okay.
And then, see if I have posted it. And then basically, if it's related to your choice. If it's not, we just search on any platform and read what we like. And then we swap over and go until we feel like it, basically. I would try.
Yeah, like an icebreaker / conversation starter. But what topic do we want to get onto, kind of thing, right? I think
this queen knows. Okay. This queen knows it right there. So basically, that's it. Do you want to go first, or should I? Which one would you like to do?
Yeah, let me choose a topic first, and that way, in terms of the searching process, you can get that, so that I can have more of an understanding of how to do that. I'd say, seeing as it is something that I am very much spend a lot of time on, I'd like to know if you have ever interacted with or posted with the topic of self-love in your media.
Self-love, right? I'm going to go on Twitter because it's my second home it's my home, then YouTube, and then Twitter is my home. I need, help me. So self-love. So I'm going to put in my handle, Aleakwe _ and then self-love. Let's have a look. Please don't come up with anything rude. Let's hope. Here we go. Right. What's the first thing that comes up? I'm going to read through this. I've got here 15th of July, 2017. Probably responding to someone. Responding to Danny B. Miller of Emmerdale, which is a soap serial in the UK for people watching around. And I said, exactly, I'd want off this roller coaster ride to focus on self and get headspace to know how to go on. Love how invested people are. So this is basically about the Emmerdale Rob-Ron storyline about Aaron and Robert. And they were in love, but it was literally, if you took this relationship off the television, you'd stay away from it. Very passionate, but it just crossed all kinds of boundaries where you'd be like, I desire you, I have the horn for you, but you're so wrong. But they were magnetic. So I think there's some very ardent ships and stands for them. And I think I was responding to that because it's passionate and you don't normally get that. So I think that, I must have been related to that.
So interesting. So you're saying it was a TV drama love story that you were like, I'm going to get in on this. You know, it's so funny that we talk about relationships and things like that now, because that is something that I for many years didn't have any relationships. I just was like, I need to focus on my career. I need to move forward in that. And more recently, I've just been delving into different relationships and allowing that space. And like you're saying about how it's so passionate and things like that, and we tend to like really hold on to certain aspects of a relationship. And I'd like to say I'm very proud of myself. I'll actually tap myself on the back, because in the last couple of relationships, there was some that had passion and then some that had different aspects. Like the the kind nature and someone that actually, you know, dotes on me, spoils me, you know, gives me all those things. But there was always something missing. And it's easy for us to go, oh, but I like this about them. I'm going to settle for that because I don't, without this person there, it's just me. And so we don't want to be lonely. So we latch on to the one thing that we're getting from that person. And then we start feeling empty because we're like, we're not getting all the other things we want from a relationship. And we toy with that, like, do I rather just go be alone for a while until someone comes along and brings me everything I need? Or do I just settle for the fact that I am getting either the passion, like what you were saying in that situation, and what your comment was, to come away from it and to focus on self, you know, like that's where that, and I think this is what comes with maturity as well, and what comes with getting to the point where I had this conversation with someone, and I'll be very candid. I actually just decided against staying in a relationship. Literally, I wouldn't even say it's like more than 48 hours ago, where it was a beautiful relationship. It was working, but there was something missing, something that I needed. And I could have stayed in it and been like, well, we'll just keep it casual and I'll just get, you know, all the lovely things that I'm getting from this. But I had to go, I need to step away because there is more that I need from that kind of interaction. And sorry, I really ramble.
No, you're making perfect sense.
Okay. Just if I make a few confusing points, bring me back in. But what I said to my friend was that when you hit a certain age, obviously coming off of also having my birthday recently, you get to the point where you realize that life is going to work out. So whatever feels like it's not, you know, it feels really horrible at the time, like me going, I wanted this person and they're so lovely and they've made me feel all these things and they treated me right, which is something that I didn't have for a very long time. And then I went, but now I can step back and go, it's okay to let it go because what needs to come will come. And life has proven that to me. And that, I think, is one of the blessings that comes with age and experience. And it doesn't come from like you get better at doing things necessarily, but if you're introspective and retrospective, you can see, it's going to be okay. It sucks. It feels horrible in this moment. But if you keep reminding yourself, it's going to be okay. So you can focus on self. So, yay, I'm so glad that worked out so well.
My friend, clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. It is not easy at all. And thank you for sharing that, because it is not easy to walk away from relationships. I have done so because that kind of thing where the loyalty, see it through, it could be a situation, but it's better to do that because you know within yourself, there's a subconscious, but you know, you're not in tune. And, you know, it's, as you say, better is coming as well. And it's a weird thing, that desire from when people, they have their deal breakers. And sometimes I was single for like 3 years, and there's things that you figure out, and I'm 43 now, and I'm still realizing, whether it's acquaintances, friends, strangers, family, it's levels, and we learn from each other. So you're either going to date or marry or connect or have a friend circle that is your reflection. But sometimes you don't see, people don't look beyond the reflection of the surface. Mm-hmm. So you're still learning. Because I used to look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm not even looking at that kind of thing. Because I'm like, yeah, sleep out of my eye, go. Mm-hmm. Maintenance, done. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you're trying to look for your soul. You can't find your soul. So we are good for each other. We found each other on Insta. These are the only good positives I'm holding on to about social media. And I'm blessed to have you here. And then your story and journey will help other people. So thank you for that. So your turn.
Let's go.
So, do you have your device ready?
Ready.
Right. Random thing. Okay. So I think of you and I think of motivation.
Okay.
Because we met by another platform, but then Jessie was effervescent. She had her fitness stuff. And I went, I could overcome my sporting and fitness allergy. I could do this. And she was doing her stuff and it's so accessible, but I am lazy as if AF. Sorry, I nearly saw that. I am so lazy. I'm thinking walking from my bed to the kitchen, chasing after my toddler, walking to is enough. But I will get onto it. Check out Jessi's stuff. So, Jessie Clare.
All right, let's see. So I
Motivation.
haven't used Twitter in a very, very long time, right? So I thought maybe it might be more entertaining to see what's on there, but we can look at another platform as well. So
choose any.
Jessie J. My Twitter, because I just decided to get back on it recently. Have you heard of Clubhouse? Clubhouse, by the way. Oliver.
I've been hearing a lot of things. I know nothing about it.
I'll give you more. It's kind of encouraged me to get back on Twitter, but let me see. So if I go onto, do I go into the search bar and then type my handle?
Exactly.
Let's see, Danny. And then I search motivation. Motivation. Let's see what comes up. No results. So Jessie didn't do, as I said, I didn't do much on there. So if I go, I'm just going to go into Google. We're going to see what Google says, because I know that something will come up. Okay, so if I go, where is my Google? Why did I?
Love it.
Oh, there it is. Safari, that's why. Okay, Jessie Clare motivation. Right, the first thing that comes up is just a link to my Instagram, but then also all of my YouTube videos. Great. I have quite a few videos on YouTube, videos in a 2-year transformation. Let's see if there's any actual quotes.
What's the first post that you can see? Read that one.
First post that I see, pinned by Jessie Clare. Okay, here it is. It says, visualize your higher self and then show up as her.
Yes!
Nice. I'm looking back at an old pin, and that's gone through to Pinterest from a Google search of what I pinned. So, nice. All right. So, what do you think about the higher self? Hello.
The thing is, the first thing when you said that, I was like, how would Jessie show up to her higher self? We need to. What's your body move to that? How would you dance? How would you show up?
Listen, you want to get dancing going?
I want a dance reaction. I want a dance reaction.
Ah,
how would your higher self land?
Ooh.
Arrive.
My higher self she comes out every morning when I need to wake up and wiggle. This is something I do. It's something that is proven to release trauma when you move your hips, when you are actually moving your body constantly. Now, you've seen some weird things where like people that are really into their spirituality will do sorts of weird like movements. It's not quite like that. I mean, there's a link. There's a reason why they do all that. Personally, that's not my vibe. I put on Afrobeats generally because I am Namibian. It's my home. I grew up there. This is what I'm connected to. And then moving across the world to the UK, I almost didn't know where I could find that. And once I was listening to Afrobeats and meeting people who were listening to Afrobeats and dancing with people who, it made me feel a lot more close to home again. And that's why I think I have such a deep love for it. And I just pop that on and it makes your body move. You don't even have to do much. You literally just have to allow the beat to get your shoulders to go first. And then your hips follow because they'll just be naturally going in the opposite direction. And so for me, my higher self every morning will be moving my hips.
I love that. I love that. That is the best way to arrive. This is how it always should be. Miss the dancing. Miss the dancing, miss the movement outside of our bedrooms and spaces. But honestly, people, check out Jessie's Insta stories, posts, and YouTube, because honestly, they will lift you to your higher self. And the higher self should always be about reclaiming that spirit and movement as well. I was doing movement and balance there's some the curriculum with the homework, and kid loves it, of course. And and it was that kind of stuff. We're going to start watching yours, and that really get her moving. Now I really don't have an excuse, because she saw one of your vids and she was like, She stopped everything else, came into the room and was watching it and was
Hey!
moving. And she was just lighter. And then watching her. So it's like that kinetic connection. You went from you to her, hearing it, coming in, seeing you. And then I was like, and it was joining. And it's that communal thing that we need. And that started from you choosing every day to do that, by the way.
So yes.
How do you find that motivation?
Well, this is the thing. It's on the days when okay, let me put it this way. It's not that doing it is the goal. It's that is what gets me to do the things I need to do every day. When we had, like, for example, when it started about a year and a half before lockdown is almost a year. Let's not even get into that. But it was before that even. I was working as the assistant manager and a studio like class instructor, and I'd have to be up at 4:30 in the morning to be able to get myself ready, walk to the gym, then be 6 a.m. Hey guys, let's work out together. So imagine you're waking up like, and you have to be like, you know, you have to like raise those vibrations somehow. So the only way I thought I could do that was playing music in the morning while I'm getting ready to get me feeling that way so that I can give that energy off. And then because I needed to do it consistently for work, it just started feeling like I could feel my mood lifting. Even on days where I was really upset, my mood was lifting. And naturally, if you think about how it works scientifically, if you're dancing, you're releasing hormones called endorphins, which most of us know are the happy hormone. The hormone makes you feel good, but it also releases this space in your head that goes, I'm safe, I'm okay, nothing can really worry me right now. If you're dancing, you're safe. Like that is it's a reflection of celebration. And if you go a little bit more animalistically, it's more like, you know, it's a mating call. So it's like this, that's why you'll see sensual dancing. And we are animals in the core. As much as we have all of our extra added beautiful things because our brain is so magnificent and our hormones just act in such a beautiful way, we are still animalistic in our base and why we think certain ways and why we feel depression about certain things when it comes to, for example, security or community or lack of those things, finances, because that means that we will be, you know, separated from the group. And that's like our deepest core level as human beings is to feel accepted within the tribe, right? And take tribe away. Tribe is just, you know, more in the beginning when we were a cavemen or bushmen, but then further back animalistically, we needed to be in pack to survive. Otherwise, you're alone and a predator eats you. So if you go all the way back,
yes.
Okay. See how I go on tangent?
No. Carry on. I'm just about to give this to my daughter. Bear with me.
No problem. There you go.
Carry on. Continue. Yeah. Bear with me a second.
What I was saying was really about the dancing then is how physically I was feeling better and realizing how I was feeling better. And then it became something that I was sharing just because this is my social media, my platform is if I'm doing something to improve my life, I'm sharing that because I think it can help others. And more people started saying it's getting me through the day. Like I started wiggling, I started getting up and doing it. And then I started just adding more recently affirmations on it because affirmations is something that's important to me. It's just getting my mind into the right space for the day. And sometimes they'll be very specific to what I'm going through at the time. And sometimes they'll be a little bit more vague. And so what I've just made, it's a spiritual practice at the end of the day. It's about getting yourself and your insides right to be able to deal with anything that comes your way. And I mean, besides the hormones that are being released and the trauma being released in your hips, you are able to then tackle anything that comes along without having to worry about the thoughts swimming in your mind. It's a form of meditation. I mean, meditation, there are so many different ways to do it, but I think the core thing there is connecting with your higher or inner self. And that's the idea, right? And people meditate through prayer. People meditate through silencing their thoughts while training or while moving, dancing, cooking, you know, things that take you away from the incessant words in your head about how, you know, you think life should be, and that's all conditioning. So the motivation with the dancing, sometimes I don't even move really much. I put good beats on, I put it loud. If you're living with people, put it in your earphones. I grab a coffee and I just sway. And sometimes you'll see it. Just yesterday, I uploaded a wiggle where I'm like, look, I'm not feeling life today, but just wiggle with me, just move with me. And I'm very transparent about it as well. It's like, you don't have to feel amazing all the time. You can also use it to harness just elevating a little bit. If you're feeling down here, your wiggle can take you up here, and that's okay, you know? Instead of having the expectation that you're going to feel like $1 million every day. That's not realistic, especially in a pandemic, and especially with everybody having their own struggles in life, you know? So
I love
gotten through.
I love that.
Thank you.
Sorry, go on.
I just said it's just gotten me through a lot in the last year, and like since I started doing it. So now it's practice. It's natural.
This is really inspirational. It's the simplest way and accessible, and I will put all of Jessi's information below this video, and it's your star, and it helps greatly beyond words. And is there anything you'd like to leave viewers with and share?
Yes, I always want to share my main message, and that is that your body is magnificent. This form, as much as you want to detach from needing to look a certain way, because that's one of my main philosophies, is that you don't have to look a certain way to be healthy. You know if you are being healthy. You don't have to measure your food, count calories, or lose weight to know if you are treating your body right. That is natural instinct. So just question that within yourself. And finally, know that us wanting to look a certain way is because of conditioning, because people are trying to sell us things. We don't need to look a certain way to be healthy, to be happy, and to be thriving. So love yourself in every stage. That's it. That's what I want to say.
And I love that. And thank you so much. And please, people, give each other a chance. And like Jessi's saying, give yourself a chance, but don't basically get with people as a like trophy thing and arm candy. When people that look different, like one might be a man or woman that looks like a Western standard of beauty, and another might not be, but they are happy. There are, believe it or not, there are millions like that. So what's it called? Please watch this, share this, and be inspired by Jessi. Check out her stuff and be kind, and peace.
Bye bye.
Bye. Right. We're going to wiggle as we end this broadcast, and it's not what it likes.
Should I play a song?